Alright, we got another stack of comics here. Another fun one. Trying to get through all these. Starting out with Sam and Twitch Case Files, number 3. Again, I'm done with this as of this issue. I dropped off after 3. But we do see our character, Twitch, I believe it is. I think Sam's the big guy. But he's out working with his friend that's a cop in another town. And they're trying to help. He's trying to help him with these what has now become like a serial killer type thing, they believe. And we find out a little bit more about what is going on with the case altogether. But there's like a bunch of body parts that have been found, but they're not being able to completely piece together one body from the parts that they've been finding. And that's what the uh, whole problem is, that this police chief wanted to bring Sam in to help, or Twitch to come in and help him out, see if he could help him solve the mystery behind the killings. And at the same time, our Sam character, I'm pretty sure Sam's the big guy that's got the attitude, and Twitch, I just gave up. Yeah, it's Sam that's the big guy. I just couldn't get drawn into this. I mean, it took 3 issues to get us any type of explanation of what the case was. I mean, you got a book called Case Files, and we haven't even found out about one case yet. So if it's multiple cases, I mean, how far along is this going to go? But yeah, it gives us some history of what's going on. Twitch is he's diehard. He's on the case. He's definitely searching for answers, but they just aren't pulling me in at all. I mean, 3 issues in, and there's no real. And you start out with Sam's attitude, him pissing off his chief of police, him and Twitch kind of separating, Twitch going off to this other town to work with this sheriff, try and help him solve these crimes. And at the same time, where's Sam? What's Sam doing? But Sam is trying to get a hold of Twitch. I think you're going to see some type of crossover between the crimes and the cities, and that's what's going to bring Sam into it also. That would just be my guess, but who knows? I was not overly thrilled. I'm glad to hop off it. If it would have been like a 5 issue run, I would have stuck it out. But since I couldn't, I wasn't gonna. Then we got Seaguy, issue number 1, 2, 3, and then there's a second storyline that they did with this character, another 3 issue one, which thankfully is after this one. But I have to get it, and I love these characters. Whether or not they're all still in the next run, we'll see. But we have this tuna character that smokes cigars, doesn't like water. He's hanging out with our Seaguy character that's in a scuba suit. There's this company that they're selling. Uh, I like that when it starts out. You got the skeleton gondola, kind of like the Grim Reaper character, playing chess with Seaguy, and some things happen along the way, and then he starts messing with their fish character, and the fish character starts messing with him, and he's gonna come back after him in the long run. And then we got this gal that's looking for love, that's a bearded lady, and she's looking for someone that's her equal, her match. She's looking for a superhero, but there's no superheroes left in the world anymore, and we get an interesting little 2-page picture of what kind of happened at the last battle with superheroes and was going on. But all of a sudden, there's these pieces of space rock that are falling from the skies, that are all marked with hieroglyphs and stuff on them. Uh, and everybody's thinking that it's just pieces of the moon that are falling because they're coming from the moon. I got this Mickey I When You Die type rhyming show thing that keeps popping up along this thing too, and it's like very goofy what's going on with that thing. Then we got this food drink product, trying to find the name of it. Uh, but it's like a pink food goo, food slime, or something. They have this. The I show has its own amusement park that they go check out, and they like to hang out and kill time there. But while they're doing that, they end up finding out some other things that are going on also at the same time. And then while that's happening, we're still having things falling from the skies and from the moon, that these rocks that are just falling and destroying things, and all kinds of stuff's happening. But Seaguy looks up a superhero because of the girl, the bearded lady and stuff, and it happens to be this older superhero that's going on this little amusement park ride that goes up in the air, and he's just wanting to get back on his ride, and he enjoys his ride and just loving what's going on. But while this is all happening, this pink drink stuff, or whatever you want to call it, just so happens to birth this XOO slime character out of Seaguy. He kind of like pukes it up. And they're also help. This thing is constantly asking for help, so they end up doing what they can to help him. And when they do, they end up going on a mission, traveling overseas, and they come across some other interesting, fun characters. But yeah, I fell in love with these. I'm very happy I came across it in the 50-cent bins and had all 3 issues. Um, yeah, I got to get the second volume, the other volume that's out there of 3 issues that they had. We got something epic. This is issue number 10, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's issue number 10. But I got these because, I mean, that's Howard the Duck, isn't it? Looks like Howard the Duck to me. Um, I love the Game Boy cover and then the Die Hard parody cover. But yeah, we don't really find out whether or not it's Howard the Duck or not. But I'm like, they got him on the covers. Hopefully he's inside the book, and of course he is. He's working with a gal they're trying to solve stuff, solve mysteries, solve crimes or whatever. I'm not sure why they are teamed up, what all happened the first 9 issues or whatever. But hey, there's some beautiful artwork throughout this book. We get to see some characters that have these special powers and everything that we're coming across, and it's just a very interesting story. But I know I didn't read any of the issues before it, so I don't know exactly what's happening with it all. But yeah, they come across some very strange, interesting characters. Uh, they go to a library that's closing, looking for something, and they work some magic and work their way through to get to stay in the library for a few extra minutes and actually find what they're looking for. I'm gonna call him Howard because he looks like Howard the Duck to me. But Howard opens up Dante's Inferno, a book off his shelf, and gets sucked into hell. They find another book that opens up a doorway that they're looking for. Apparently, these books have special powers at a certain time of night. But I don't know. I got the next few issues because they also had Howard looking covers. So I'm like, I'm going to pick them up and see what happens. Hope that he's in the story. And he is. So now I got to somehow go back and get the first 9 issues. find out what the hell happened and what is this? Why did I not know about this story? I mean, granted, they call him D. They don't call him Howard. They call him D for D Duck or Duck Detective or whatever. So I will see what happens if I can find the first 9 issues and pick them up in a bargain bin or something. Who knows? We got Spawn number 353. I think this is one of the last issues I got coming to me. I might have 2 more yet coming. But I was bored with where this is going, and we got the Angels still battling away. Nobody's got powers, but yet a couple people do have powers that aren't hell spawns or something. And we see characters just battle it out while Spawn is still working some crazy plans to close up some things and find some people that he's missing out on. Uh, it's just, I don't know. He is obsessed with the whole blood character, the vampire character, so I thought, yeah, this would pull me in, but I'm still not feeling it. There are some fun battles going on between the vampires and the angels and whatever hell spawns are available, but spawns. I mean, this gal that he's teamed up with reminds me a lot of Angelica. I don't know if that's who that is from the early Spawn days. Could be. I could be wrong, but either way, I don't think. And we also get to see a new character that's popped. I'm assuming it's a new character, a character that just hasn't been around a really long time, or that I've never seen before that pops up in the end of the storyline. And who knows? Maybe the next issue will make me be like, why didn't I sit there and uh, stick on the run? But for now, I just figured I would jump off at the moment and see what happens. So, sorry, I got people wandering through the video. I just, I tell them not to when I'm talking, but they still do. We got Squish Squash number 3. This is very enjoyable. This is a great Keen Spot run. I love how these characters basically started out as minor saviors, cleanup crew type characters, and now they're ending up with all the main missions. It starts out with a nice little relay race, a running race between 2 teams of characters, our Squish Squash character and a rabbit and tortoise character, and they have to carry eggs and run the relay race, and some interesting things happen to the eggs and them along the way. But then we find out there's this uh, planet that has robots on it that the robots kind of took over and started building their own robots. And it's just, they have to go save them, and they find the old professor and scientist character that made the robots originally, and he tells them what they need to do to save everybody, and at the same time the robots are starting another uproar and things going on. It's a lot of fun. They did an awesome job with that comic. I'm looking forward to more of those. This is issue 1 that I found in the 50-cent box, Suiciders by Bermejo and Hollingsworth. Art looked interesting. Wasn't really sure about the characters and stuff. It starts out with a religious moment with one of the characters, and then we find out that there is a big battle arena where people go in and they battle each other one-on-one. And it's our main character is an ongoing winner of the tournament, and he's up for one of the next battles, and you get to see who he's going to battle there. And so this is our main character. This is the one he's battling in this event. But yeah, overall, what their purpose is, where it's going, and why it's gladiatorial, and all that, I'm not sure what's happening with it. We have different rules and different things that happen to the combatants during the battles. I don't know who's all controlling everything or what the overall purpose of this is, but you, of course, have people trying to escape the brutality in the city and the people. But it was actually interesting enough that if I see more of those, I will pick them up in the future and try and get more of that storyline. So, and then our last one we're going to talk about today, I believe, yep, Usagi Yojimbo. This is issue part 2 of 5 for the Crow, issue number 276 in the ongoing. But we got Usagi's cousin that's just going off, depressed, wants to make up for some things that were said and done, wants to help out the people that are after the Crow character, and when he does come across the people from his past that they dealt with, he ends up getting in a scrap with them and a bunch of stuff happens. Usagi doesn't know that this is happening. He's sitting in the bar with Jin and the other character is sitting there, who are just partying away because Usagi's cousin stupidly said they had a bunch of money and that they'd pay for everything, and so now Usagi's kind of in a quandary, and these characters are just sucking up the booze, the sake, like it's water, and they're gonna end up with a massive bill in the end. But I have a feeling it's gonna just turn into a big old battle brawl because you got a lot of headhunters, a lot of characters that are not headhunters. What do you call it? Um, Bounty hunter type characters that are after the Crow. So we'll see what happens. I still stand by the Crow character. I don't think they're bad. I think everybody else that's after them are the bad ones. But we will see what happens in the next few issues. But always fun. Usagi Yojimbo. Can't go wrong. 40 years in, along with TMNT. All 40-year anniversaries this year. So, yeah, that was fun. A little bit shorter stack. Didn't quite make the half-hour mark, but that will work. Now I can finally read some new comics, and now I have to try and remember what I read in the pile. So we'll get you some more reviews in the near future. Keep checking out Under Call of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, help us out, help us get those likes. Check out Crimson Call Comic Club. We'll be back soon. Thanks. Bye.